Hey Haley, I got some news for you about the wedding. I was watching that new superhero movie the other day, and I got to thinking, the actual actors don't do their own stunts, right? That's all stunt doubles, CGI, and choreography. Actors aren't all that athletic, and they certainly don't have any superpowers. Those are just things the people making the movie do to make the experience better for the audience. To make it more memorable for them. Which brings me to our wedding.
Kellen, I am really not following you here. What in the world does a superhero movie have to do with our wedding?
I'm getting a stunt double for you.
Meaning what, exactly? Are you planning on having us fight off a horde of alien invaders during the ceremony, or...?
Hey, I'm being serious here. This is no joking matter. This is our wedding. Now, if you would give me 5 seconds to explain, I'm going to have someone else do the more difficult parts for you. You know, like walking down the aisle, exchanging rings, exchanging vows, and last but not least, the big kiss after we're pronounced man and wife.
That's literally the entire ceremony. You want someone else to stand in my place during the wedding?
Yep, exactly. There's going to be a professional photographer there, and he's going to take a bunch of pics. I want to post them on my Instagram as soon as possible, so wherever you watch the ceremony from, make sure your head isn't in the frame, okay? I'd hate to have to waste all that time editing you out of every picture.
Kellen, what is going on with you? This is our wedding. How can you seriously suggest cutting me out of it like that?
Look, just calm down, okay? This is just our wedding. We're gonna be together forever once it's over with. It's just gonna be one memory in a pile of other memories. And besides, you need to be thinking about our guests more than yourself.
I do? Isn't the bride supposed to be the center of attention during the wedding?
Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm suggesting a stunt double. All our guests are expecting a fairy tale wedding. A handsome groom, his beautiful bride, exquisite decorations, and happily ever after. This is what they're coming for. So how do you think they would all feel to have the chapel doors open, organ blaring, and in walks some ugly girl? It would ruin the atmosphere.
Kellen, how could you talk to me like that? I am your fiancé. More than that, I'm a human being. How can you be so disrespectful of me?
I'm just telling the truth. If you think that's being disrespectful, that's your problem, not mine.
I don't believe this. I have never been treated like this in my life, much less by my fiancé. So, tell me, Kellen, who did you have in mind? Who's the stunt double you want to take my place in our own wedding?
You remember Jenny, right?
Jenny who? Jenny, your ex-girlfriend? Jenny, the ex-girlfriend who you are still regularly texting? That Jenny?
Yeah, that's her. She is way more photogenic than you, and she already told me that she'll do it.
Oh, that does it, Kellen. You are completely out of line right now. You're trying to swap me out at my wedding for the girl you were dating right before me? And you already went and talked to her about it without my permission? Without even talking to me about this BS plan?
Okay, first of all, I don't need your permission. You're already benefiting more than enough from this relationship, I'd say. Letting me swap you out for a prettier girl is the least you could do to show your gratitude for granting your wish of being married to an elite businessman like me.
No, Kellen, this is not going to happen. I'm putting my foot down. And I have been generous enough to allow you to continue talking to your ex-girlfriend since you supposedly ended on friendly terms and wanted to keep in touch. But having her stand in for me at our wedding? And even kissing you after exchanging vows? You've gone off the deep end. A marriage is a symbol of a husband and wife's love for each other. It lets all their friends and family witness the moment that they're bonded forever in holy matrimony. And you would deny my family the opportunity to share that moment with me? Not to mention denying me the opportunity to even participate in my own wedding.
Once again, I have to take issue with your premise. A wedding is not the moment a man and woman are married. The moment their marriage certificate is issued, that is the moment they are married. You're being absolutely ridiculous about this, Haley. All I'm telling you is basically that I'm giving you the day off. You don't have to worry about putting on makeup, getting dressed, going in front of a big crowd, any of that stuff. And yet you still get to reap the massive reward of marrying me, an elite businessman.
That's the second time you've called yourself that this conversation, you know.
Yeah, well, I am an elite businessman.
Whatever. Just know that I am not happy about this, and I will not allow your ex-girlfriend into the building on our wedding day. That is final.
Let me tell you that Jenny is going to take your place at the wedding. You are not going to stop her from coming inside. And if you do not like it, then I am not going to allow you the honor of being my Mrs. Kellen. You got that? Either you shut up and do as I'm telling you, or we're done. End of discussions.
Hi, Kellen. I have a question for you. Are you really going to have your ex-girlfriend be the stunt double for the wedding?
Why didn't you just ask me that when you saw me? You were in my dressing room 5 minutes ago.
I asked you a question, now answer it. I want to know why you think you have the right to have your ex-girlfriend take Haley's place in the wedding.
And now you're talking about yourself in the third person? Are you drunk or something?
Answer me, Kellen.
I already did a few weeks ago. Oh, excuse me. Kellen already did a few weeks ago. When everyone looks at Kellen's wedding pictures, Kellen wants them to say, wow, that sure is an attractive couple. And Kellen is pretty goddamn upset that Haley kicked Jenny out of the building the second she showed up. And thanks to Haley's stupid actions, the wedding is officially on hold. It's not going to start until Jenny is in the building and ready to go.
So you're really going to do this, huh? I'm giving you one last warning, which is much more than you deserve. Do not do this. You will regret it.
Shut up. Listen to me, you dumb, dense broad. You don't call the shots around here. I do. And for the love of God, why are you getting so upset about this? It's just a freaking ceremony. If you value your future with me at all, then go and do whatever you need to do to be okay with that. If that means alcohol or a little something stronger, so be it. You just sit there quietly and be grateful that an eligible bachelor like me has deigned to grace an ugly girl like you with my presence.
I see you've chosen the path of consequences. Fine. That's all I needed to hear. Good luck.
Good luck? Good luck with what? God, you're such a weird woman.
Stella, I just looked at my phone for the first time since this morning. You were using it to talk to Kellen, weren't you? Guilty as charged. Yeah, I was pretending to be you, and I'm sorry for invading your privacy like that, but it's just... You would never give me Kellen's number, even if I asked for it, and I didn't have the time to beg you for it. I had to act fast. Why did you do that, Stella? Because he's a filthy, rotten scumbag, and I was right not to trust him. Haley, he was legitimately planning on having his ex-girlfriend replace you in the wedding. She even showed up already wearing a white dress and everything. I was suspicious about why you would never talk to us very much about him. I wanted to make sure he was the kind of guy who would make a good husband for you. I'm sorry to make you worry about me, Stella. I didn't want you to have to concern yourself with my relationship with Kellen. I also took the liberty of reading more of your texts with him, Haley. That guy doesn't respect you in the slightest. From what I can tell, that's not even a recent development. He's never respected you. Why didn't you tell me about him? It's like I said, Stella, I didn't want to make you worry about me. That, and I was sure that if I told you about him, that you would try to talk me out of marrying him. Of course I'm going to talk you out of it. What woman in her right mind would let her own sister marry a vile little creep like him? It's just, well, I got the opportunity to get married. I don't know how many more chances I'll get. Why are you talking like you're single at 45? Exactly what reason do you have to be so antsy about getting married anyway? I'm almost 30 and I don't even have a boyfriend right now. Haley, you're only 23 years old. You're way too young to be rushing into a bad marriage. I'm not only 23, I'm already 23. I shouldn't be living at home at my age, especially not with my history. What are you talking about, Haley? Stella, you and your family have been so kind to me, but I can't take advantage of you any more than I already have. I've known for some time that I need to get out on my own as soon as possible, and getting married is the best way to accomplish that. I'm not good at anything, so I'll never have much of a hope for supporting myself. But if I just leave home and start living in some rundown apartment, well, what is the family going to think? The only option for me is to marry a man who can support me. That would reassure your parents and make sure none of the family get the wrong idea about why I started living with you and why I left. Haley, when did you become such an idiot? Idiot? That family you're talking about isn't just mine. They're every bit your family too. And as your family, we are here to support you, no matter what happens. I mean, my God, girl, you sound like you're only getting married to satisfy us. Is that true? Well, I don't know. I guess you might say that. I thought so. For whatever bizarre reason, you have severely low self-esteem. And I don't know, maybe that's partially our fault. We should have done a better job of communicating to you just how special you are to us. Didn't you see what happened there a while ago when Kellen's ex walked down the aisle? Every single member of our family got out of their seats and stormed out. What were you thinking when you saw that? Well, I was surprised, for sure. I was thinking maybe you were upset at me. Would you stop that? You are starting to make me mad now, Haley. Why do you think we care so little about you? You are a beautiful woman and a precious, valued member of our family. When we saw that total jerk do something like that to our Haley, what did you think we were going to do? We were furious at him. I had to hold back our Uncle Dave from storming the altar, you know. You're right. I'm sorry, Stella. I don't know what I was thinking. If you want to apologize to me, then there's one thing you need to do. Ditch that creep and come back home. Do you have any idea how glad Dad will be to have his daughter back home? Home? Yes! Our home! Your home! The house that there will always be a place for you in until the very end. You're right. I do have a home, don't I? You sure do! Yeah, I'm coming home, Stella. But not just yet. Uh-oh. What are you saying now, Haley? Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything stupid. All I want to do is take care of some unfinished business. I'll be home before too much longer. Now that is what I wanted to hear. Go get him, girl.
I can't believe this. The chapel is completely empty. Even my family left. You did this, didn't you?
I did this? Not hardly. This is nothing but the obvious consequences of your actions.
What are you talking about?
I told you, Kellen, my family was coming here to celebrate the moment that you and I got married. How did you think they were going to react when some other girl walked down the aisle instead of me? I've put up with more than enough from you, Kellen. I am breaking up with you.
You? Breaking up with me? Who do you think you are? You're nothing. Nobody. All you are is some random girl working part-time at a convenience store. I, however, am an elite businessman. Now quit your whining about your precious little wedding and call every last idiot in your godforsaken family. Tell them to come back to the chapel this instant. I'm calling my family now too, so do your part. I know being useless and lazy is like a hobby for you, but I'm not gonna let you get away with that today. Hurry up and get on the phone.
Don't you dare talk to me like you're my boss, you dirtbag.
What? Do my eyes deceive me, or did you just call me a dirtbag right now?
Yeah, I did call you a dirtbag because you are a dirtbag. I will not allow you to insult my family like that. You are the scum of the earth, and I am not going to take any of your crap anymore. I hope you're ready for what's coming your way because I am not going to be the timid little woman I was up until now.
Yeah. You're a strong independent who don't need no man. Very nice speech, I'll give you an A for effort. But you get an F for content, you low IQ bottom feeder. Now stop wasting time and call your family. What the hell do you think you're doing, Haley? Get over to my house right now. I've got laundry for you to clean, dishes for you to wash, and garbage to take out. Without you around here, I had to order delivery every single frickin' day of the week. Some wife you are, you dumb lazy broad. What good are you if you're not even going to do my chores for me? I think it's time to implement a new, stricter policy. No chores, no food. I'm not giving you one single bite of food to eat until you come here and clean my house from top to bottom. If you decide you'd rather not starve, then you could come crawling back to me on your hands and knees and beg me for my forgiveness.
Why don't you ask Jenny to clean your house for you? And as for me, I moved back in with my parents, so I don't need any food from you.
What are you talking about? What's going on? Why are you at your parents' house?
Because I'm breaking up with you, moron. Oh, and I'm also suing you for the costs of the wedding. You're an elite businessman, so you can afford to pay that much, right? Oh, wait, I forgot. To you, elite businessman means middle manager in a company with no career prospects whatsoever. You couldn't even afford to give me 1/10 of the lifestyle my parents gave me. So no, I guess you might actually have a pretty hard time coming up with that much money.
What's your problem, Haley? You think I'll let you get away with just insulting me like that? And you're out of your mind if you think I'm gonna pay for that wedding. Seriously, walking out on your own wedding and then expecting me to pay for it? How selfish can you get?
Selfish? You want to talk about selfish? Selfish is secretly talking with your ex-girlfriend while we were engaged and lying about it. Then once I caught you, rather than do the normal thing and stop contacting her, you started doing it right in front of me. But that wasn't enough for you, was it? You remember what you did on the day you were supposed to come to my house and meet my parents? You just canceled at the last minute so you could go outside drinking with Jenny. Oh, but that's not all. You stayed out so late there were no more buses or trains operating, so you stayed overnight with her at a hotel. And that wasn't even the only time you did that. I told you to stop doing that, seeing as, we were engaged and getting married soon. But then you got mad at me, as if I were somehow in the wrong for telling you not to cheat on me. So I don't know where you get off calling me selfish with that history.
Shut up, you. I'm the one who goes to work all day and to make enough money to support you. I deserve to have some time to myself to do what I want. Whatever I want.
Me and Jenny are still on friendly terms. You know that. You want me to act like she dropped off the face of the earth? It would just make both me and Jenny super sad to lose each other's company.
I don't care in the slightest about how you feel, frankly. You've done nothing but ignore me and my feelings throughout our entire relationship. So you'll have to forgive me if I don't care too much about how I feel about telling you not to share a hotel room with your ex anymore.
What's with you all of a sudden? Ever since the day of our wedding, you've been like this.
I've already put up with more than any person ever should, and I can't take any more.
You can go back to having this emotional breakdown once you come home.
No, Kellen, I am home. I know that now. Home is where there are people who truly care about me, who accept me for who I am, who are always there for me. And from now on, I'm not wasting any more of my valuable time on people who don't. I meant what I said earlier. You will pay the full cost of the wedding. And if you won't, then I'll just have to sue you. I am prepared to expend every single resource at my disposal just to see you suffer a loss at my hands. That's how much you ticked me off.
How dare you? I've never had anyone who was as stupid as you talk to me like they're better than me before. I think you need to be taught some manners. And since we'll be together forever, I'll have plenty of time from now on to do just that. Seriously, you should be grateful that you, the proverbial dog turd on the shoe of society, got to marry a man like me. I'm a better man than you could have ever hoped for. I'll tell you what, I'm a generous person. If you come home to me immediately and do all the chores I demand, and promise to never stand up to me again, then I'll allow you to be my wife. And this is a limited time offer. You'd better act fast, got it? Oh, and by the way, this happens to be an offer you can't refuse. If you don't come home tonight, then I'll just come find you and drag you home.
I'm not wasting any more of my time talking to you, Kellen. I'll see you in court. Goodbye.
Hey, don't you goodbye me. This conversation is not over. Get back here. Haley, I'm talking to you. Don't you dare ignore me. Wow, Haley, I'm impressed. Your parents' house is bigger than I expected it would be. Now I see why you were brave and stupid enough to give me that big "I'm breaking up with you" speech yesterday.
Kellen, are you actually at my house? But how? You never ended up coming to my house to meet my parents, and I never told you the address.
You didn't need to tell me. I put a GPS tracker in one of your bags a long time ago.
What? Which one?
As if I would actually tell you. Lol.
Kellen, this is a new low, even for you. You can't do this to me. That is a crime.
Oh, is it a crime for a man to be concerned about the woman who's going to be his wife?
If you did it because you were concerned about me, why didn't you tell me?
Why should I? I'm not doing anything wrong. It's a man's job to make sure his wife doesn't go anywhere he wouldn't want her going. This is a completely normal part of a marriage.
What is the matter with you? Did you think I was going to cheat on you? You were the one staying overnight with your ex-girlfriend. Would I have been within my rights to slap a GPS tag on you?
Of course not, you moron. You're not the one in charge around here. I am. Now would you get over yourself and come out quietly already? You know I know where you are, and you know I'm here. If you're not gonna come out, then I'm coming in. You're coming home with me today whether you like it or not.
I'd like to see you try.
Big words from such a tiny woman.
I'm just saying I would love to see what happens to you when you try and break in.
Oh yeah? And what are you going to do about it, huh? Anyway, it sounds like you're choosing the hard way. So be it. I'm coming inside right now, Haley. What the hell was that? Why does some nobody like you have security guards for your house? And they punched me? They can't do that. That's assault. I deserve to have some time to myself to do what I want.
Oh, you think that's a crime, do you? Well, let's just take a quick look at all the crimes you've committed today, shall we? First, you placed a GPS tracking device on me without my consent. That's stalking and harassment at the very least. You came into our property despite posting no trespassing sign, so there's trespassing. Then you took a rock from the garden and broke a window with it. That's breaking and entering and malicious destruction of property. Then when the first security guard tried to grab you, you hit him on the shoulder with the rock you used to break in. That's assault with a deadly weapon. And I'm sure our lawyers will be able to come up with plenty more where that came from.
Shut up. All I was doing was going to bring my idiot wife back where she belongs. And who cares about that security guard? I was defending myself from your hired thugs. That's not a crime. And you never explained why you even have security. You always told me that your parents were normal people who graduated from normal universities and had normal jobs. Nothing about that house was normal.
Yeah, my birth parents were pretty normal.
Birth parents?
Really, Kellen? I've told you about my family situation before. Did you forget about it just because you don't care? Or were you never actually listening in the first place? My birth parents died in a car accident when I was 17. None of my family lives in the state, so they were going to send me to an orphanage until I graduated high school, but that was only a few months away at that point. That was when my new family found me and took me in.
So wait, you were adopted?
We've been through this before, but no. They just let me live with them, that's all.
Well, then why have you called them your parents and your family for all this time? They're not.
You know, Kellen, for the longest time I thought the same way as you. But these last few days have really opened my eyes to a lot of things. I always felt like I was a burden on my family. I wasn't their biological daughter. I was just some poor orphaned girl they picked up just shy of her 18th birthday. But ever since I got in that house, my older sister really took me under her wing. She did all the things with me that a real sister would do. We went shopping together, did each other's hair, stayed up late watching sappy romance movies. And my parents, too, they've gone out of their way to support me. They paid for my college tuition and even let me live with them while attending classes.
Wait, seriously?
What's so funny?
Now I get why you wanted to marry me so bad. You're a chronic charity case.
Excuse me?
All your life you've done nothing but leech off the success of other people. So when you met me, you saw the ultimate opportunity to continue your streak of being a useless, blood-sucking parasite.
As if you have any blood to suck. Your whole elite businessman persona is a complete sham. You're actually making slightly less than the average man in your age group.
Yeah, but I'm on my way up. And if I'm as much of a loser as you claim, then why did you even agree to marry me in the first place?
It's like I said earlier, I thought that I was a burden on my family and that you were my best shot at a stable life. And boy, was I wrong on both counts. I see now that my family never thought of me as a burden. And you never even thought of me as a human being.
Because you're not.
Yeah, you keep saying that. Every single jab at me like that is going to be great for us when we sue you. Not to toot my own horn, but my new family is a pretty big deal. Crushing a little maggot like you would be easy for people like them.
Ha! You don't scare me. No one stupid enough to put an idiot orphan like you through college could be that big of a deal. On the contrary, I'm gonna crush you for your thugs punching me. I'm gonna get so much money from you that you're going to have to sell that big fancy house to pay for it all. You have no idea what life is like in the real world. The court always sides with the elite and powerful, and that's me.
You're going to find out very soon just how powerless you really are. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
The same goes for me. I'll see you in court. Hey, is this the regional HR manager?
Why, yes it is. How can I be of service?
You can start by telling me why the hell I'm getting fired.
Oh, you're Kellen, right? I'm terribly sorry, but our company doesn't want to be associated with people of your caliber.
Caliber? What's that supposed to mean?
It means that we don't want to employ a criminal.
What? I'm not a criminal.
We have information indicating a police report has been filed against you for an exceptionally long list of serious crimes.
Oh, that.
With this many crimes, it's only a matter of time before you are arrested, tried, and convicted. And when that happens, this company would rather avoid the PR disaster of being your employer. I'm sorry for the inconvenience and wish you the best in your future endeavors.
Hey, wait! This is all one big misunderstanding. It's just my fiancé is going through a difficult time in her life, you know? She had a rough upbringing. Her parents passed away when she was just 17. I'm trying to support her while she deals with everything, and sometimes she, you know, overreacts. I'll talk to her and get her to withdraw the police report, trust me. This isn't the first time she's done something like this. It'll all blow over eventually, I swear. So, please, don't fire me.
I see. So you were trying to support Haley through her emotional difficulties by breaking into her house, trying to assault her, and then assaulting a security guard when he tried to stop you?
Wait. How did you know about all that?
Because I was at that house yesterday, Kellen. I'm Stella, Haley's sister.
What?
Hold on, don't get too shocked yet. There's more. My father, who is Haley's father as well, is the CEO of this company. The house that you broke into yesterday was his house, and he is very, very unhappy with what you've done.
No way! You mean the guy who adopted Haley was the CEO? But that's insane!
No, you're the one who's insane. You had your ex-girlfriend replace Haley in your wedding. That alone is enough to have you committed to an insane asylum.
Look, okay, I messed up. You got me. But I'll make it right. I'll apologize to Haley. I'll be the kind of husband she deserves from now on.
No, you won't. I'll never let you within 100 yards of my sister ever again. You kept telling her you're some elite businessman. You're not elite. And as of today, you're no longer a businessman. You're nothing.
Please, give me one more chance. I swear I'll never do anything like this again.
Oh, I can guarantee that. Because the prosecutor that my father supported in the last election is the one who's going to handle your case.
Oh, no.
Oh, no is right, Kellen. You're about to find out what a true elite businessman can do. Wow, you guys really let him have it, didn't you? He didn't just get arrested, he's already lost his house. I can neither confirm nor deny any connection between our family and his legal and financial circumstances. With that disclaimer out of the way, I can now say that he deserved everything he got and then some. Oh, and he'll also have an incredibly difficult time finding new work in the industry anytime soon. Wow, so all it takes is 24 hours to ruin someone's life? We could have done it in a couple of hours if we'd wanted to. For legal reasons, I must stress that my previous statement was hypothetical. I get it. Let's just not talk about you-know-who anymore, okay? I wanted to thank you for everything. You've done so much for me, including the things that you can admit and the things that you can't. Here I was hoping to finally be able to stand on my own 2 feet, but I ended up dragging you guys into my affairs anyway. I'm sorry. You have absolutely nothing to be apologizing for. There is nothing that we wouldn't do to help out a fellow family member. And honestly, we should have been taking a more active role in watching out for you. If we had, then perhaps you might have never started thinking that you needed to get married as soon as possible. So consider this the first part of us taking responsibility. The first part? You mean there's another part? You bet! Dad was going to talk to you about this himself, but I insisted I wanted to be the one to tell you. Mom and Dad want to legally adopt you as their daughter. If you're okay with it, that is. Really? They do that for me? I don't know. I hope they don't feel compelled to do that just because of what happened with you-know-who. No, they've been wanting to do this for some time. They have, but they've never said anything about it. Yeah, well, it turns out that you weren't the only one holding back out of fear of being a burden. They were afraid that if they offered, they would end up offending you. Oh, there's no way I would get offended. So this means I'll be their real daughter and your real sister? How many times do I have to tell you, Haley? You always were. After his prison time and other legal troubles, Kellen was shackled with a truckload of debt. This is ordinarily where a person would turn to their friends or family for support. But Kellen's awful personality had alienated everyone who was ever close to him years ago. So, unable to get a job in his old industry, Kellen was forced to accept whatever job that he could. For him, that meant working part-time at a convenience store. I've heard through the grapevine that he's currently dealing with his boss scolding him every day for looking so gloomy on the job. It seems as though his sour mood is driving customers away. As for me, my parents legally adopted me, so I am now officially part of their family. Thanks to Stella, though, now I understand that they always did consider me to be one of them. Apparently, my adoptive mother had a late-term miscarriage after Stella, and the complications left her unable to get pregnant again. That baby would have been their second daughter, had she lived. So they sort of saw supporting me as a chance to save the daughter that they weren't able to have. And now I have the chance to honor them in the place of the parents who I lost years ago. We're heading off on a family vacation soon with all four of us. I'm really looking forward to making lots of memories with my new family.